Lovie, and welcome to Bedtime Stories with Lovie. And tonight's story, we're going to do a special one on the flu, since we're all dealing with this illness that's going around. And I know it's affecting you too, just like it is me and my family. So I thought it would be great to read a book about being sick and what it can do. This one I found was called Felicity Floo Visits the Zoo. Let's see what happens. So it says here, this is a tale of Felicity Floo, who wiped her wet nose without a tissue, then petted the animals at the zoo. Her tiny fingers with green gloppy goo. No wonder she caused such a hullabaloo. So I guess she gets some people sick because she didn't use a tissue when she blew her nose. Whenever your nose is running and you need a tissue, please ask someone close by if you don't know how to get one for a tissue, because you need to wipe your nose and they'll help you. You can also get tissue in the bathroom and use toilet tissue, and that's real easy to do. And when you blow your nose, you want to hold the tissue over it with your fingers like this and blow into the tissue, closing your mouth so that all the air will come out like that. It goes into the tissue. So when it goes into the tissue, you take it, you squeeze your nose and wipe it. Then you fold that icky, you take that tissue, you throw that tissue away, and you're good to go. The reason why I tell you that, because a lot of times kids learn to wipe their noses by going either left or right. And what happens when that occurs, you end up with your green gloppy goo running across your cheek. I don't want to see anyone having green gloppy goo across their cheek. I hope that helps. And if you can, carrying some tissue around with you is a really good idea as well. So let's get started. One more thing. The book was written by E.S. Redmond. I just want to let you know that. So, Felicity Floo visits the zoo. All of the animals down at the zoo are snuffling and snorting and sneezing. Achoo! The lions won't roar, and the tigers just mew. Uh-oh, there we go. Here's the lion. He's not roaring. And look at the tigers. They're going achoo and mew. They don't look well, do they? You know what it feels like when you don't feel well. It doesn't feel so good, does it? The hyenas aren't laughing. They're crying boo-hoo. See? These are the hyenas. And they're crying boo-hoo. The zookeeper honestly hasn't a clue. Why are all the animals have a green hue? Hue is a word that means coloring, and they all look kind of green. Their temperature soared past 102, and that's high for a fever. And they're sluggish and sleepy and slightly subdued, meaning kind of like tired. They're a little under the weather, quiet. See? Can you see them now? So the zookeeper hasn't a clue what's going on with all the animals. There's a hippo and a camel. There's a rhino. And we have the gorilla. He's a little orangutan. Neat artwork. Let me tell you how all of this trouble ensued. It started one day with a trip to the zoo, when a pale, sniffly little girl named Felicity Floo wiped her red runny nose without a tissue. Uh-oh. That's how we get everyone sick. See? There she is. Yes. Her fingers were sticky with green gloppy goo when she reached out her hand to pet the emu. I don't know if you can see, but her little hand is green, green, green. She goes to touch the emu. I'll be showing you on this page over here. And this is the zookeeper. He is hammering in a sign, and that sign says, "Please do not pet the animals." Now, she left behind handprints of green residue on the llamas and lizards and ostriches too. Here we have the llama and the lizard, and we have the ostrich too. See the green handprint? That's the green gloppy goo residue. Here's another one right over here. Yeah. The green gloppy goo is where the germs are that make people sick. And there's more that you can pick out as well. So when you see it on the screen, you can pick out other green gloppy goo handprints, because I see several. And on the giraffe and the red kangaroo, there are more green gloppy goos. Can you see them? Yes, they're on the giraffe. Looky here on the kangaroo. And then here's the giraffe. Yeah, she's got her handprints everywhere, huh? And on every monkey and elephant too. If you think that was bad, well, she wasn't quite through. Here she is with the elephants and the monkey. Look at the monkey. And look at that beautiful elephant. I'd say they were being very patient. She left tiny green handprints all over the zoo, on the peacocks and penguins and pink cockatoos. Peacocks and the penguins and the cockatoos. You see any? I bet you could see some more handprints there. On flamingos and toucans and owls that flew, on a blue-footed booby and rare Jabiru. Very unique animal names. There we go. See, real close. And then you can look on this page too. I want to get real close because the handprints are small and they're green, so they blend in a little bit with the background, but I want you to see. And we're all guilty of it, trust me. Sometimes we don't have a Kleenex, and there is a trick you can do. One of the best tricks I know, you probably don't like this, but sneeze into your shirt. Achoo! It's one of the safest places to sneeze. I'm just giving you those little tips so that you will know what to do. And it'll give you something that you know that you can do to help take care of the spread of the flu viruses, things like that. And that we're all doing to help everyone stay well. Now, she petted the panda, who hid in bamboo. Oh, the panda's hiding from her. There we go. There's the panda. He's hiding from her. Oh boy, look at that old green print. Beautiful, beautiful artistry. And both mountain goats from the hills of Peru. There we go. Can you see there? Yeah. There's the mountain goat's home. And it has her little germy hands being left. Now she startled the zebra by obscuring his view when she covered his eyes and then shouted, "Guess who?" Oh boy. There's Felicity Floo on the back of the zebra, covering his eyes and covering him with some green Gloppy Goo, saying, "Guess who?" When the clock by the exit read 2:15, Felicity felt she was finally through. The zookeeper smiled when she sniffled "thank you," not knowing she'd caused such a hullabaloo. There we go. That's the end. And right there is Felicity saying thank you to the zookeeper. Yeah, but I guess he didn't realize he was accidentally doing that. I'm sure she didn't realize what she was doing. That's how it happened. Every word of it's true. Her cold got so big that they named it the flu. You may not believe me, but if I were you, I think I'd go bowling and not to the zoo. That was cute. So, what are we gonna do the next time our nose starts running or we feel we need to sneeze? We're gonna use a tissue, right? You can even go to bed with a tissue. You can tuck one in your sleeve if you want, or in your pants, around the waist, just so that you can keep yourself as healthy as can be, and also help others from getting sick. So I hope you enjoyed your story time. I sure did. I love reading to you, and I look forward to the next time we get together and read another story. Good night, sweet dreams, and Lovie loves you.